Founder and CEO Randall Atkins. So let's talk about this. You're in the business of coal, and you make this find of rare earth minerals. A happy accident.
As I've said before, it's better to be lucky than smart. But if you're lucky, you better get smart in a hurry, which is what we've been trying to do. So we've advanced the ball quite a bit. Interestingly, the last 6 weeks have been pretty important. We actually broke ground. We're down about 100 feet down in a pit. We had a wonderful groundbreaking that Secretary Wright was at, and a number of other Washington officials. And then actually this morning we closed on a $200 million offering of common stock. So we have capitalized ourselves to accelerate this process as quickly as we can.
Well, how important is the U.S. government to you in all of this? Because your competitor, MP Materials, they got a $400 million investment from the Pentagon. Because, to be clear, rare earth minerals are part of the F-35, the defense industry. And there was an investigative piece in the Wall Street Journal earlier this week that, in particular, the Chinese are clamping down and stopping the exports, or at least really slowing down the exports of materials needed for the defense companies, the defense sector. Doing it on purpose, obviously, because we're in the middle of trade negotiations, and this is the CCP, to be clear. But at the same time, that federal investment from your competition, that's a big chunk of change. Do you foresee yourself having those same conversations with the federal government, considering that this is it's Wyoming, it's right here in our nation, it's available?
I think the short answer is yes. I mean, we've been involved with the government from day one. Candidly, they were the ones that helped us find the rare earths. We weren't looking for them. We provided them some samples, and they came back and said, lo and behold, you all have some of the highest concentrations of rare earths we've seen outside of China. So we've been working sort of hand in glove with them. We are having discussions with various levels of the government and the administration. We'll see what happens. We're certainly in line. But as I said, we did an offering of our own this week just to kind of show that we're in the game by ourselves, and we'll certainly work with the government as we proceed further.
Well, but again, I guess the more the merrier, the more money the better, I would think. Did you have a kind of a cost estimate of what this is all going to take? I mean, I know you broke ground, and also the timing of all of this. I mean, how fast can you get the plant up in operation? I've seen 2026. I've also seen 2028 production targets. Are those still?
Yes, those are fair. We basically, I met with Secretary Wright about a month and a half ago, and he said, look, you've got a massive deposit, but we need it sooner rather than later. So please explore how you can both accelerate and perhaps expand what you're doing. We've been working to do both of those, and the timeline is we've, of course, already broken ground. We're going to have a pilot plant up this fall. Usually takes you 6 to 9 months to kind of go through that process and optimize what you're doing, and then we'll go into a commercial facility sometime, probably the latter part of next year. Typically, it would take about a year and a half, but we're going to try to see what we can do to accelerate that.
And wasn't there an engineering firm that actually did kind of did you commission that report?
We did. We basically had what they call a sort of a feasibility report that a large engineering company called Fluor did, and they basically confirmed both the commercial and technical feasibility, because again, this is a very unconventional form of mining for rare earths. Most rare earths are found in hard minerals that are indeed radioactive, which is why they're mostly shipped to China to process. This is in soft coal. It's commingled with coal and sort of the top and the bottom of the coal seam. So it's much, much simpler to certainly to mine, certainly also to process. So we're blazing some new ground here, but we're trying to do it in a hurry.
And so now this may sound like a dumb question to you, but when you pull the coal and the rare earth out together, does that negate the value of the coal, or do you separate that and you still have coal production and the rare earth production?
Correct.
That is how that works?
That is exactly how it works. So no, it's not. It's an excellent question. So, you know, coal is a very heterogeneous material. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the mineralized portion of the coal, obviously use it for rare earths, and then we've got probably 3/4 of the coal left, which we can sell as typical thermal coal, and use that to essentially reduce the mining costs. So the mining costs for our rare earths will be very negligible, which is a very positive thing.
That amount that you said, the amount that's in there that you believe, according to the estimates, what is that worth?
Well, I don't really know what it's worth, but I'll give you some sort of context. So, you know, it's 1.7 million tons of TREO. We've only explored less than a third of the site. So we have 2/3 left to explore. The U.S. uses on average about 10,000 tons a year. So think about that, 10,000 tons a year, and we've got 1.7, and we've probably got, you know, most of the site left to explore. Yeah. So we have more than 100 years worth of material here.
That's a game changer for the United States.
It's regarded as, I jokingly was told by somebody in the government, it's like you're sitting on the Permian Basin of rare earths. So it's a very attractive deposit.
Pretty much, pretty much. Real quick before you go, how many jobs do you think are going to be created near term and long term?
I think near term in the hundreds, because obviously it's a major mining and processing facility. Long term, you know, we could take this, because of its size, we could vertically integrate into sort of a mine to metals to magnets, or frankly, a mine to semiconductors, because we have critical minerals that are used for semiconductor use. So ultimately, lots of jobs.
Randall Atkins, fascinating. Congratulations. The best of happy accidents, I would say, for you. And congratulations on the offering today.
Great. Thanks, Cheryl.
Thank you for being here.